Now, we've got a lady here, Kathleen Cameron, who is relatively new. I think it was last November, I think I found out she started. So I have asked if she would come on, and I'm going to interview her, and you can then see maybe you would like to do what she's doing. How are you, Kathleen?
I'm doing really good, Bob. Thanks.
Good. You turn that up just a little bit, Phil, or Scott? Kathleen, when did you start with us?
So I put down my deposit for my certification in November. I went to December training and officially launched my business January 1st.
January 1. Now, how do you like it?
I don't like it. I love it. I'm just having the best time of my life.
Now, you were introduced to this business through another consultant, is that correct?
Yes, I signed up as a client of Danielle's. I think I started maybe end of August, maybe early September as a client, and just started having such drastic changes in my life, in my business. And the more I started to succeed, the more I thought, I would love to do this. I would love to help people do this and to make this change in their lives. So it obviously wasn't too long, and I decided to jump in.
What were you doing, Kathleen?
So I am a registered nurse by background, and I had resigned in June to pursue my network marketing career.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were in network marketing and serving as a nurse as well.
Yeah, I was doing that for about 2.5 years, doing both. And then June, I made the decision to pursue the network marketing full time. And then by August, I was starting to freak out a little bit.
You know, it must be something about nursing that makes you successful in this business. Kim Calvert over in Northern Ireland, who one of our very top people, if not one of the top ones, she too was a nurse. Are you familiar with Kim?
Yeah.
Have you met Kim?
Yeah, I've met her, and we've been chatting, and I said, nurses must love this industry, and nurses have something special. And then I told her I'm chasing her.
That's so cool. Tell me,
Yeah.
you started full-time the 1st of January. We're coming up next week or a couple of days. When is the 1st of July? It's a couple of days from now. Was it Monday or something?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. What have you earned since you started?
So I got my mom to pull, my mom's my accountant now, and I got her to pull, and a week ago it was at 710,000. And then today we pulled it again, and it's 725,000.
725,000 you've earned so far this year. What's the most you'd ever earned in a year before this?
100,000 a year.
You have a family?
I have 2 little girls and a husband. Yes.
What does your husband do?
My husband is he works in loss prevention in retail.
Okay. Law prevention and retail.
Loss prevention.
Say it again.
Loss prevention. So he prevents the company from losing money.
Is he an accountant?
No, it's more like law and security.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. What's he think of what you're doing?
He thinks it's amazing. I was just actually telling Peggy this. He is so excited for his own future now too, and what's possible for him. But he was not on board when I first wanted to do this because he didn't have the belief that I had.
How old are the children?
So my oldest is 8 and my youngest will be 6 next week.
Well, they must see a difference in mom, do they?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so much. There's so many differences in our entire life, in everything, in the way our house is run, in the things that we do.
Tell us about it. Tell us what made the difference.
So the difference was in my confidence, in my self-image and what I believe we can do. And so now we don't hinder ourselves based on past thinking. Now we make decisions based on what we want. And so my daughters, they absolutely love you, Bob. I have found Reagan, actually, my 6-year-old, actually watching your videos on YouTube. So it's been really great. But they know they can do anything they set their minds to. They absolutely know that now because I've been able to show them that.
Do you know, at that age, you can mold that so fast into their mind. Their mind is wide open. It's like soft putty, and you can just shape it whatever way you want. That's so beautiful. You've got this, and you're learning this so much. Well, money makes a difference in your life then, doesn't it?
It does. It makes a difference in not only the ability to do things, but to feel the comfort in knowing that there's a certain level of freedom now. Money isn't a stressor.
Do you know, I often say you'll be absolutely amazed how much free time you have when you never have to think about money.
So true.
I've analyzed this so many times, Kathleen, and my mind went back to when I never had any money. And the time I spent trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Because I didn't have the money to pay this bill. What am I going to tell them? How am I going to? And just an enormous amount of time spent because of a lack of money. Money doesn't make you a better person. I'll tell you what money will do to you. It'll make you more of what you already are. If you're not a nice person, you're going to become just terrible with a lot of money. If you are a nice person and you earn more money, you're going to become a nicer person. Money is a magnifier. Money enables you to extend the good you do far beyond your own presence. I'm so happy for you. This is really good. I can relate to you because I went from boom, boom. I took a quantum leap like you did. And at times, have you ever had the thought, will it last?
No.
You've never had that?
No.
I went through that. I wonder if it'll last.
Yeah. It's maybe come like once or twice very, very small, but I don't entertain it because I went into launching my business January 1st with a big, big vision. So I've always visualized the big vision, never the small. So I always knew the small would happen. So if anything, as I've gone through this, my belief in the big has just been reinforced more and more. Mm-hmm. So I know that I've only just started. So when I know that, and when I believe that this is just the beginning, then I can't doubt that I'm not going to doubt that it's going to stay. It's just going to keep going.
Well, I think what happened to me, Kathleen, I did have fears, is this going to last? Because my life changed so fast. I mean, it was dramatic. But I think I got to a point I realized it didn't so much have anything to do with what I was doing, it was how I was doing it. And it was this material that I was studying. I was learning to lock into absolute laws of the universe. And our income can grow the same as these plants are growing here in the studio. And that's really the way it works. And the beautiful truth is your kids are learning this at such a young age. I mean, that is really magnificent. That's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long did you think about becoming a consultant before you did it? Of course, you were a client first.
Yeah, so about 2 months. But I think the universe provides what you think about. So when I was in my network marketing business, I always knew that was only a stepping stone to something bigger. I always wanted to do more, and I couldn't define what that was. I didn't know what that was, but I knew that it was inspiring others to believe in themselves and to stretch and to grow. So as soon as I got into the material in the Thinking into Results program, it was an aha moment. It was like, wow, like this has come into my life and this path has been shown to me for a reason because I've asked for it. So then I had confidence, and I just had to manage some external things like, how to get the money to jump in and all of that kind of stuff, which I see now is just a distraction. So I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
If there's someone on the line, we have thousands of people, they're all over the world. And of course, we work all over the world. We want to have 100,000 Kathleens out there. And we know that there's enough business for 1 million Kathleens. You see, I believe everyone in the world needs what we have. I believe everyone wants what we have. They're just not aware that they want it. Because it will change every aspect of your life, from the health of your body to your relationships to your bank account. It really impacts all areas of your life. There's 2 areas that we receive income. One's money. That's the reward we receive for the service we render. And the other, satisfaction. We get satisfaction from how we spend our days. And when you can spend your days helping other people get real solid direction in their life and order in their mind, I don't even have to ask you, the satisfaction is absolutely incredible. You have a feeling inside that's unreal. How are you enjoying that?
I'm absolutely loving it. I find that I wake up in the morning so excited for the day, and so excited for learning too. I am really digging deep into a lot of this material, a lot of Neville Goddard and Thomas Gerard, and I'm absolutely loving it. And now I feel like I've only just begun to expand my mind in what I'm truly capable of achieving. So if there is somebody here who has thought to themselves that they wanted to jump in and do this, I would say that you just need to make the decision, because you already know what you want. So you just have to decide then that you're going to achieve it. And I would actually go into it with the mindset that you can create anything that you want as long as you believe. So all you have to work on is your belief, and you can achieve it.
But you see, I think you can get over the belief hurdle, and it's a big one, if you make up your mind you're going to follow the direction of somebody that really knows what they're talking about. I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. Now, if you were talking about neurosurgery, if you were talking about the mechanical end of an automobile or the air conditioning of a building, you don't even want to talk to me, because I know absolutely nothing about it. Or the inner workings of this system that runs our studio here. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to know it. But I want to know more about what I'm doing. I want to be able to communicate this more effectively so I can help people like you become even more effective than you are. If there's anyone that is listening to this and think, I don't know what that Kathleen's doing, but I want to do what she's doing, I want to have some of that, then there's an application right beside the chat. Fill in the application. Talk to one of our people. We've got a very well-educated group of people that can really help you with this. And everything's Kathleen's talking about, I don't care where you live. It doesn't matter where you live. This works there. We've been everywhere. I've been in Yokohama. I have been in Buenos Aires and Kuala Lumpur and Germany and England, South America, all over the world. And anywhere you go, this works. Because we're working with people, and people are essentially all the same. Well, Kathleen, I really want to thank you for coming on. I look forward to seeing you and your husband at one of our meetings, and the girls. I would like to see the girls. You know, you want to make sure you get a hold of. Got to dig it out because I just love this guy's work. Do you know anything about Blue Ocean Bob?
No.
Oh, you got to get the 6-year-old will love this. It comes from Brooks Olby, and he has a trilogy. These are books for kids. He studies this, and he was in the seminar and he decided to do this. He's a financier in New York, but you got to get that. I'm sure our company's putting things up on the screen for it. Brooks Olby, and it's Blue Ocean Bob. There's books for children, and they're phenomenal books, beautifully illustrated. But if you are watching this and you're thinking, I'm not sure what Kathleen's doing, but I would like to talk to someone and find out about it, Here she is, brand new in the business, never been in this business, was in network marketing for a while, worked as a nurse, and here she is on her way to $1 million in a year. We've got people that have earned $1 million and people that are earning $1 million in a year, and some of them that don't take a year. Just like Phil said, he can earn it in hours, and you can too. So Kathleen, I want to thank you very much for coming on, and I'll look forward to seeing you in one of our meetings in the real near future.
See you soon, Bob. Thank you so much.
Real pleasure. Thank you, Kathleen.